I have to use my phone.
Party's here. I don't even think I'm supposed to be up there. I need to go back downstairs. I don't even know where my mom is. This was that building. Where are you going? She is going to go back down to her mom. Her mom is coming up here. Miranda, come back. Move fast. Her face turned red like Caleb. Hi. I said it. Hey, good conversation. I didn't know we were together over there. Oh.
You know, this is a classmate class we got on. I did, to say this is the link to the live stream.
Kids table over there.
We're watching it. Oh, we're going live. I'm sitting next to her.
I'm in the meeting. I'm in the meeting.
As soon as it's connected.
Making them do homework at home.
You must just make fun of homework.
It's not homework. This is what they're doing all year. And I'm gonna have them
How tough you do at conferences.
My phone is at 2%.
Hey, I'll give you a forewarning.
Right.
They talk.
I know. That's all I hear, but they're getting better.
Outside of our house, they still talk.
And they never stop.
I
I hear that like
One teacher actually put them in the front,
Oh,
right next to each other.
oh, this stinks. Oh.
You were that's the way Excuse me?
You have to earn the right to you can say.
I'm gonna party.
I can't wait till this thing comes there. I didn't even have to, I had to speak. I'm moving.
Because there's only one thing.
Girls won.
Oh, yeah. I already did that.
In overtime, they won in overtime.
There's a chair, right? I did that. And that was really always.
I was thinking about how you know what they try to get their first place
Okay, we're getting ready to start the meeting.
It's a lot.
It's pretty short PTO meeting.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
How?
I didn't know we had time frame.
Well, yeah, these we drag on until, you know, yeah, it's supposed to be like, I don't know, half an hour meeting or hour meeting.
Just that or both?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I think it's both. Yeah, 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I'll go.
No, you're not. I have money.
And I can't go because I'm here.
Well, there's a size point.
I don't want to
I
go.
wasn't inviting you.
I would everybody.
Are they?
That's our job. Here, draw it. Hi.
I don't want to see.
Bring it up the whole
Right.
class. Bring it up the whole class.
Right there. Maybe your prize are other good. I thought it was like you can use the car. I thought you looked at Sandy. That's what it's for.
I didn't notice who was there, okay?
We had his conference right before this,
I think
so he's getting spoiled. Because we didn't have time to go home.
All right.
We need to like chop them.
Ready? Okay. So we're starting our PTO Inside Council meeting for Gordon Parks Academy. And we're gonna start with PTO,
Yeah, it's not PTO.
okay? I'm just gonna make notes on the board because our printer malfunctioned, so, okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
First thing we're gonna talk about, call this meeting order, everybody's in order. We're gonna talk about our fundraiser. The big one that we're gonna do is it's called 5 for 5. We talked about it at the last meeting, where each student tries to get $5 from 5 different people. And it's going to equal a lot of money for the school, but we need prizes and stuff to make it work. And what we talked about finalizing is the grand prize, and I think we decided it's going to be like a home computer because that's educational, and the whole family can use it. We were torn between that and a TV, and we went with the computer. We haven't shopped the computer or anything. If anybody knows anyone wants to donate a computer, I'd love to have it. And we also need to decide what the subsequent prizes are going to be. Runners up, I think there's going to be 100 prizes. Is that right?
Right. So there is a grand prize, and then there's a tier where for the first 100 that turn in their $25, they get a prize. They all get something. And then there is a drawing for everyone who turns in their $25. So we need to have those prizes.
I'm sorry, you said the first 100 and then.
So like the first 100 that turn in $25, we need prizes for that. We need a grand prize for like the person who has the most money, right? And then we also need prizes for like everyone who turns in a prize, like everyone who turns in their $25. We need prizes for them. Or so everyone who turns in their 25, then we need prizes for those people.
How many students do we have that are potentially participating?
We have 400 students. We have like 396 students total at the school.
390. Maybe the best one is 396 students. $20 a pop. Right?
Right. So, and then, so like at the other school, which was Horseman, like they gave out cheeseburgers to the first 100 people, and who turned in their $25. They gave out like a free cheeseburger coupon. And then they had a group like 25 kids who turned in the most money. They took them on a limo ride and out for pizza to CC's Pizza. And then they had a grand prize for the person who raised the most money, as long as you know it was over $25.
Right.
And then those first, and then prizes for everyone who made it to $25.
So we have to come up with not only the prizes, but also the advertising, since we're PTO, not school district, right? So we have to come up with, we talked about flyers, banners, and posters and stuff like that. Is that what we're going to stick with besides emails and stickers?
That's up to, what do you guys think?
What's the best way to go about it? What's the best way to class to class? If someone will come in with some prizes and a basket or something to show, that seems to make people want to sell.
Prizes.
I don't know if that's even something we can do.
Well, we have a bunch of students here.
I think it might be fine to go to class to explain the fundraiser to the students, and you have some of the prizes there that you can show them. That would be great. If you do a flyer, you could also use some clip art to put pictures
Pictures of prizes.
those prizes on there, and pass those flyers out. You can always do a text message, email, and parent link when you start the fundraiser. Yes.
Also, how many people follow in the Facebook?
I beg your pardon?
The Facebook?
On Facebook. Have lots of parents. That's a great idea.
Or Mrs. Porter explain the video, hey, we do fundraising and put it on Facebook.
Yeah, we could do that. And we have Facebook, Twitter, and we have something else. Okay. I'm not Twitter, but,
You have YouTube.
and we have YouTube. Okay. We also put.
I'm sorry, what are the dates? What are the projected dates?
Right. Well, I don't know what the projected dates are. So that's what we need to decide.
What do you got?
I would suggest after spring break.
Okay.
Let
Let me look. I need mine.
that after spring break, it's a new quarter, it's a new thing. And spring break this year is the second week of March. Right. That gives you some time to put it together.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
So the week after spring break will be March the 18th. So shall we kick it off March the 18th?
I like that.
Agree? Do we agree? Okay.
Do we have someone we go to for posters and stuff, or is this something we're gonna have to come up with on
We'll have to generate our own posters, but we can we can order through the print shop. And
Okay.
print shop is by far like the most economical way to print
Okay, cool.
advertising. So we'll start March 18th. So how long do you think that we need, let's see, to go? You know, how long should we extend it?
Well, should we?
Do you have that?
We have,
The 20. I mean, it's for certain first. So we have this year.
The 21st
We have
of March?
Yeah. And those are just after that.
oh, you said when?
The 21st,
Oh, that's when we're doing stuff.
and then we'll go all the way until the 12th.
12th of
April.
April. Okay. Because I say that because I know the focus will be on the state assessments, and so talking about going into the rooms to talk to them about it and do that prior to, but if we want teachers to keep it rolling for a couple of weeks and make announcements or do whatever, I don't know, those things will get muffled because of the state assessment height.
Do we want to try to get a minimum on this? You know, you need a minimum just to pay for the prices
Like our
and stuff, right? But we have like, potentially it's $9,900 if everyone does it. I don't know what kind of participation we usually have, but a fraction of that, I'm sure, count on.
Well, I want to go back to the date. I said March 15th, and I've been thinking about state assessment, and I focus on that. And the last day of state assessment is April what?
11. But the thing about for state assessments this year, it's just by week. So like the first week is just 8th and 5th, and
Okay.
that's taking like science. The following week is 3rd and 4th, and then 5th and 8th together. So it's only like one grade per week that's focused on taking the assessment.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I would say if we do it, I would do no more than like 2 weeks.
That should be plenty to live with.
Okay. So do we still want to start on the 18th or do we want to wait?
I have 2 thoughts on this, and I'll let you guys decide. If we wait to do it after state assessment that week, we'll have the all achievers, that assembly going to be coming up. And that would be a great time to have the entire school there, their hype, it's a hype thing. We could definitely do a fundraiser kickoff at that assembly, and then take it 2 weeks from there and end it there.
Okay, so
So that's up to you guys, or we can go ahead and kick it off March 18th after spring break and take it 2 weeks then. The assembly is going to be
I don't have it in this book. So April 26th is the last Friday in April.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Then it moved up to the next week before that.
Oh, it's the
It's the week prior to that.
the Thursday, April, so it'll be April the 18th, because we don't have school on the 19th.
Was it on Thursday?
It's just, no, I don't have it in this calendar.
April 18th.
Yeah, April 18th is the Thursday.
I'll be honest with you, it's gonna give you more time to make the plan.
Boogie on the Blacktop is May the 3rd.
Yeah.
So, okay, so then,
Patrice, April 12th?
April 12th is the assembly.
She's gonna move it to April 12th,
Okay, so,
and that's after state assessment.
okay, this is the achievers.
Great assembly to celebrate, hey, we did state assessments, we're done. Now, hey, here's an opportunity, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, so April
Tidy it
12th
up at the assembly.
at assembly. That'll be our kickoff.
If that works for everyone.
That sounds good. I mean, I think it does. What do you guys think?
Coincides with the-
Yeah, we have time to prepare. So then, and then Ms. Tisdale suggested that we could announce the winners at the Boogie on the Blacktop, which is May the 3rd.
Which gives us plenty of time to get opportunity, get all the money in, calculate everything, get all the prizes purchased
Right.
and all that.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so we'll announce. Okay. Awesome. So now, can we just decide on what even if we have like 2 prize ideas per category, then we could do that and we could move on it. So,
Prizes for everyone, I like gift cards to the fast food place, like $5 coupon or whatever, free after meal, something like that.
Let's say that, we just met today with Mr. Bob Lane, who owns 40 of the McDonald's in the city of Wichita. He provided lunch for our basketball team.
nice.
And his public relations person asked, she said, here's my contact information, let me know if you need anything. So I can't say that that's for sure, but I think we definitely could count on some McDonald's coupons
Yes.
for this evening
Awesome.
fundraiser.
Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, so I'm just going to tell you what they did at the other school because I have the flyer. It says the first 100 students to turn their money will receive a coupon for a free McDonald's cheeseburger. And it says the free cheeseburger coupon is in addition to the prizes or prize the students are awarded based on the amount of money they raise. So that was the first 100. Then it has individual prizes. And it says prizes are cumulative. If you turn in $10, you get a pass to dress down for 1 week. If you turn, that is an incentive. It could be, so that's a $10. If you turn in $10, $25, $5 gift card to Five Guys Burger and Fries is what they do. And then $50, they did inflatables during lunch, but I don't think that's kosher.
Maybe a cheeseburger.
So they have some type of in-house.
They do something now. So there's a prize for $50?
They had a $50 prize, which was, those kids got to go to the inflatables during lunch.
Okay. And
then $100, if they turned in 100, they got to get the limo ride to CC's Pizza for lunch.
Okay. What about reaching out to the trampoline parks?
Yeah,
And
that's what I was thinking.
they would give, coupons for like a free pass or something.
That'd be a good prize.
Well, no, I'm saying, a prize to, like a free coupon for a free jump or something, 3-hour jump.
So which prize do you think that should be for, Michelle? Or just any prize? Okay, so,
I'm just.
okay,
Our
so,
ideas out there, maybe a $50 prize, like a pass to get there.
$50.
It doesn't cost that much to go
No,
there.
it is like
No.
$22 when we went with all of our kids
So they
for 2 hours.
bring
Yeah.
$50 to get them a pass to get there.
What about the other one? What's the place for go-karts? What about the All-Stars? Is that a good $50 one? What's a good $50 one?
They don't have it anymore. Oh, they don't have those.
All-Star Sports?
No,
Oh.
the in-store race car track or whatever.
Oh, that was a good place. Mm-hmm.
I think since we have a little time to play with it, would be a good idea to take it to Stuco and K Club.
Okay.
Since there are middle school leadership and there's some elementary kiddos in Stuco. and see what they think prizes would be. That would get them involved and engaged and maybe excited about it.
So can we just brainstorm our ideas and then Stuco can brainstorm their ideas and then we can come up with our prizes.
And I like that 10, 25, 50, 100 level.
And I recall the first time we talked about this, we liked the idea of free dress down day because it costs
Right.
a same thing.
So
That's actually one of the ideas that the kids, they just wrote down.
Okay.
For it. We have a couple.
Pajama days.
Right.
you said a pajama day? Somebody say pajama day?
Yeah.
We don't, if you want to wear your pajamas on dress
The
down.
most class that makes money, they can do a pizza party.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm writing, they're reading down.
We're reading the children's ideas, not reading.
So the class with the most money. So that's one of the things they did say that. They did say each class that raises $1,000 will earn a pizza party. That's
We could just say the most money.
most.
Anybody raises $10,000 can get like a 99 Buick.
Oh my God.
Yes, mostly.
Okay. So a pizza party for the class. That's what the kids think. You like that?
Popcorn?
Movie and popcorn? Pizza party, movie and
Okay,
popcorn?
$10,000 is gonna happen.
I'll put that down. Movie and popcorn.
What about movie gift certificates?
Oh my God, one of them.
Movie gift certificates. What else?
Just regular dollar store prices.
Put that on there.
No,
Buy fasting, you know.
Oh. Fries, basket. So, our kids, what are other things you think you might like to get if you raised money? What's some prizes you would like? Yes.
And a tour around the mansion.
Put that on here, a tour around, huh? A what? Oh. A tour around.
Party here all night and
What about a lobby?
A lock-in,
PlayStation gift card?
PlayStation gift card.
GameStop gift card.
Well, how was the money collected? Like, did they have like a sheet that the kids kept, or how did the
Mhm.
teacher?
Yeah, there was.
PTO guy.
So, this is a sheet. For a moment. Okay. And then they turn their money in. Really just PTO people that were collecting. And keep it tabulated.
Straight to Rhonda.
About how we're going to use it.
But I would assume
Fortnite prizes, I don't know what kind of Fortnite stuff there would be out there, but that might be good.
Jessica has your favorite character on like a game, movie show.
What'd you say?
Jessica has a character on your favorite game, movie or show.
You would want to do that?
Dress up party?
An electronic day.
Did I hear kids say book?
I said books.
Some kids like book. I'm putting it on.
How about books for the parents?
There you go. Yeah, books for the parents.
Just do a field trip for everybody.
Or if you have a gift card, though, Starbucks there.
What other gift cards would you guys like? Field trip?
Taco Bell.
You said a field trip? Okay. Where's a field trip to like where? Huh? The zoo? What? I'm sorry? What else did you?
Electronic day?
What does electronic day look like?
Whatever electronic you want to. You get to carry it around with you. You can play on it.
You can carry your electronics all day?
Yeah, you can carry it around. You can use math tools on it. During recess, you can play on it during recess. No, you can play on it whenever you want to.
Since, okay, so we have passes to get air, all-star sports, movie gift certificates, prize basket, a tour of a mansion, lock-in, PlayStation gift cards. You also said GameStop. Basically, if we even did Visa gift cards for $5 to $10.
What color is it?
Okay, Fortnite prizes. Somebody said a dress up day, like a character. Books, mostly for parents. Pizza party for the class that gets the most money, or field trips. Electronic party, or where they can carry their electronics all day.
We just brainstormed.
Okay.
Let's give them I'm just saying. I just
want that over.
No, I was joking.
Under $100 would be.
This gives us an idea for incentives for donors, like, would we encourage people to donate more, like,
PJ party?
Oh,
temptation prize,
like the donors themselves
like a
could get
spa
a prize.
basket.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Basketball party.
we would enter the name, if whoever donated, we could enter their name in and draw their name out for a spa bath.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
I didn't, that's,
Yeah, that's my thought.
so we could have a donor incentive. Which would be like a spa basket. So guys, are you guys down for getting a spa basket, or you want a different?
I'll play basketball.
What's a spa basket?
It's like where you know.
Maybe
That's
like
what I
tomorrow
was
smart
joking about.
basket. I don't know, maybe something that's more you to say.
A movie basket. Treat basket.
Car wash basket in the spot, what would you like?
So the opportunity to live, you know,
You can do one male, one female.
What'd you say? Yeah. Okay. And then, so we could have two baskets. Their name and phone number, and we could put them in the drawing for the basket. So that gives them an incentive to donate. That's a good idea. We could just create them, like, as part of our packet that we're gonna give out to the kids. We could create that, and then they can put their.
Could that be a section that they write on the end and we tear that
Yeah.
section off?
Right, as a matter of fact, we could, since we have time, we can design that, and then we can send it to print shop and they can make it those. So that allows them to be in the drawing, it allows us to track our kids, they can be numbered, to track our kids and what they do. All right.
So we have the days, we have a brainstorm of prizes, we'll get with the NUCO and they'll give us some prizes. And then we'll kind of come up with that whole thing.
Yeah, in the meantime, we'll work on getting
Donation.
in the grant file.
What's the brainstorm?
On computer.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think that's a good idea? 'Cause-
Now, do you want, like, the whole computer or nowadays we go to laptops?
Whatever we do, we're not thinking.
I just,
Yeah,
I'm thinking, both sides of
Out
it.
there, you know?
right. Because, you know,
Maybe.
That's a great idea.
Let's make a side note, reach out to Dell. We call our people at Dell.
I'll have my people call your people again. Okay. All right. And then, do we know when student council meets? The next time you guys meet?
It's probably next Monday. Next Monday.
So,
I would just give them again to put that on the agenda.
okay. Awesome.
Just so we're clear, all you guys over there owe us $25 a piece.
Right. Yeah, that's our minimum. Okay, so really that was the main thing we had on the agenda for PTO. So do you guys have other PTO items? You have a small space for me to put it in the dry erase.
Did you guys talk about state assessments and anything that PTO wanted to do for students? I will say that the staff, we have purchased little things for each day to pass out to the kids already. So that's already in the works. I don't know.
Let's concentrate on our fundraiser now, and then if this is a success, then we can concentrate on, we can go back to spending on.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Let's touch on robotics fundraising real quick.
Okay. Ms. Tisdale took a picture, so we can move on. Okay. Okay. So robotics fundraising? And the other thing was state assessments, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows, the robotics team is doing very well. They're going to the state competition. And then they're going to the US Open. And they're going to be competing against hundreds of other teams, not only from the United States, but also from China. It's a big deal. And I expect it will probably, Mr. McCracken said that it's going to be eye-opening for a lot of students. And it's going to be quite a learning experience for everyone involved. Hopefully, our team can laurels heaped upon them, and we might do that. So
We have 3 teams that qualified. So, and there's about
there's a team, and Derby Middle School's going.
Derby Middle School has 3 teams.
There's teams from Beijing, Shanghai. They're all over the place.
So I definitely do want to say that we are super proud of our robotics team because this is just our 2nd year doing robotics. And our teams are phenomenal because we made it to the US Open. 3 of our teams have already qualified for US Open, and we're one of just 4 teams that's qualified from Wichita, and one of 7 that's qualified like in this area, like including Derby. So I don't know where we are on fundraising.
I know I've been asking people for money, and it's been trickling in. My mom gave us $50 for robotics.
Right.
I wrote a check. I got you a neat room. It's getting there.
Yeah. Because if we, depending on how we do at the US Open, then 1 to 3 of our teams could qualify to go to Worlds, which is in Louisville, Kentucky. And the entrance fee is quite a bit of money alone. So you guys have any thoughts about that?
So basically, still we need to continue fundraising.
We do, because if we go to Worlds, we'll need more money.
Very expensive. So,
Yeah, I think kind of indicated that even if we do qualify, we may not be able to, we may not have the funds to make it. So,
air travel.
so I think that's what we continue to, I think we've met our goal for, we have met our goal for the US
Go to
Open.
the US Open.
We're just continuing for funds in case we make it to the world,
Mhm.
when we make it to the world.
Right. So another thing is that I can speak on behalf of Mr. McCracken about this, is that he had written a like a grant proposal for Speak Out Kansas, because Speak Out Kansas said that they thought they might be able to get us like $50,000 or a certain amount of money toward funding our robotics program. Mr. McCracken, he is willing and really wanting to take the robotics down. He wants to, right now it's just middle school, but he wants to get enough funds so that he can buy different levels of robots all the way down to kindergarten. So the kids can start coding and doing that. And there's even competitions for kids who I think are third, fourth, and fifth. There's also a different type of VEX competition that they do. So that would give us a chance to, for all the kids to do robotics, learn programming. So we are always looking for that money so that he can expand the program.
Any money we get for robotics is money well spent.
It is, and lots of, so, and I've given a lot of tours, and the people are really like drawn in by the robotics. Kids really want to come here for robotics and for the media art stuff. So anyway, if we could spread it to the younger kids, that would be nice. So just put that out there in case somebody has some beautiful, lavish donor angel.
What about state assessment?
So one of the things we want to do about state assessments is we want to encourage the kids to take the state assessment.
Gordon Park families, the time is 6:15. Our conference is in 5 minutes. If you would please wrap up your conversations with your teachers so that our teachers can get home and get rested for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day at Gordon Park Academy with Community Day. We appreciate the fact that you came out to support us and we support your child. Have a great evening.
So, Ms. Tisdale, that's something that I would like to ask you about, is about state assessment. And like, is there a way for us to encourage our kids, or what do you need from PTO or from site council regarding state assessments?
I guess really just encourage the parents to make sure their kids go to sleep on time, eat a healthy breakfast, and take it seriously, because a lot of the time when I had kids take state assessments in my classroom, like they would just go click, 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 click and try to be done. Or they would get to a problem and they would frustrate out and then they would hear about the rest of the assessment.
So we need to promote it with the parents, so the
They
parents.
can encourage them, because we're encouraging them at school, of course, your teachers are, and, expressing the importance of, expressing what you've learned and showing what you know, but we also need the parents to also support you with that too.
So make sure our kids go to sleep on time, they have a healthy breakfast, and they take it seriously, and they don't, what do you call it, frustrate out.
Yes, or they just want to just click, click, click to get done.
Good.
Like really, you get as much time as you need. Like we have a lot of time, and then they can come finish it with me. So it's not really time. You can take as much time as you need. They can practice like using the actual type software. There's different websites out there, like, they have, mock say assessments that they do, and I know like some of the teachers, like I've seen some websites out, like they're just like say assessment questions look alike, so they can practice, but really it's just what have you learned in school that'll help you be successful. So if you took your learning time in class successful, you should be doing well.
So, what do you guys think we can do to encourage her? What's a couple of things we could do to encourage the parents to like really be on board with state assessments? To like get behind their kids and say, do your best.
Well, as a children, maybe they want to know somehow accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
So what they can get after the result. I'm not sure.
Oh, so we need a reward.
I feel they're doing a reward. They're doing punch cards where every day if you follow directions, you're quiet in the second testing room, like you get a punch and you get a reward instantly on that day. So I can't remember what they said, like candy on certain days, Smarties, chips. It just depends on the day. So they're getting a reward every single day according to the punch card based off how they take the test and they have good testing behavior.
Positive notes.
You can pass each other.
Mm-hmm. So positive notes from the students?
And adults.
Students and adults?
And from family, from the school. I can't remember, I taught fifth grade here, and I can't remember if we did it here, but the school I was at previously, we sent blank envelopes and a piece of paper home with the student, and the parent wrote them a positive note and sealed it, and on the testing day, they read what their parent wrote to them. Wrote it down last year. And it was really good. And it was in, like, if the parent did send one, then the teachers would write a note to them and say, hey, do your best, we believe in you, take your time, whatever, based off the child, the kid, and they would open it up. And it was successful. I'm not working in my school. And they did it last year too, so I think that's something that's really cool.
So that's something we could do as a PTO is like do this part of it and make sure that the envelopes and notes get out and we encourage parents. We could send home something too, like send home like maybe we could just compose like a small like a 1 page or half a page little news blurb that says, we're doing assessments and you're going to be getting this envelope. Please send some words of encouragement back to your kids. Okay. Is there what else could we do? Or is there anything else? So Stuco, you said something about, wait, just 1 second. You said positive notes from students. So is that something Stuco, you could talk to us again about you guys organizing positive notes from student to student?
Well, also, classes are adopting other classes, so they will get notes from students. So say like a kindergarten class might adopt a 5th grade,
Okay.
they're gonna write them encouraging notes, and then on one of the days, they might give them a snack.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, some cute little, like, don't you know you're smart, and they might give them donuts or something to, like some kind of treat with like a little card or a note. So they will be adopted by another class. That's something that will be conservative. So they will get notes from their kids.
Okay. Ms. Belinda?
Maybe even parents could send snacks, like maybe their child's favorite snack or something to help out with that, maybe. Yeah. Or have like maybe some parents adopt classes as well for like brain snacks, brain school or whatever. Yeah. And then help with the expense. And also, what about the sites if the kids could practice on that home and send them home maybe their username and password like on a laminated card with like maybe a key ring that would clip to their backpack so they wouldn't lose. And they could go home if they had internet access or whatever, on a tablet or something.
Okay. So,
Maybe practice that way.
Yes. I think there's a link that I sent it to you. Yes, there's a link. It is like amazing. It's like really great look-alike state assessment questions, and just the whole format is very similar.
okay. So like for our blurb or our like mini newsletter, we could call it what? We could call it something assessment, and then we could put in there the practice site link, and we could put in our request for the parents to send a favorite snack, and then this about the envelope and sending the word of encouragement.
It's pretty important. We should say state assessment alert, send home an alert kind of a thing.
Like, could you also post that on Facebook?
Then we can post on Facebook.
Because I know a lot of times parents have like notifications from Board of Arts, or whatever. So if you put them on the page, then things goes right away.
Okay. So we can post it on Facebook and our other social media.
The thought keeps popping up in my head that we could call it something like state assessments matter, or state testing matters, and you matter, and our students matter, or something like that. Like we want them to know that this really does matter. It's not just testing for the sake of testing. We kind of encourage parents that the tests matter, and the parents will encourage their kids that the tests matter and that they matter. Yeah.
And Steve, you said
That's really witty, but you don't.
something state assessment alert.
State assessment
Oh.
alert.
Oh, yeah, the alert.
Alert.
Yeah, I also said that.
And this is off topic, opposite
No.
assessments, but since we're like in the media, our school is, it would be really cool if after every PTO or a site council meeting, we could do some kind of video, because I know that people are more apt to watch something instead of reading.
Okay.
So this is what we talked about, these are like just the whole bullet point, and then you can watch it, and then if you need to refer to something, then you can put the link in the bottom.
Okay.
Because for me too, it's like sometimes if I'm scrolling on social media and there's like a long bullets, I don't read it, but I'll be really quick to watch a video, maybe even if it's less than a minute, and say these are the important things that we talked about.
Or the short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do a video and it'll highlight our meeting points. Highlight the meeting points on the video and then the link to the meeting, or in this case,
Maybe you should stay assessment.
our state assessment. Anything else about our state assessments that looks good for our encouragement? That's how we'll use. Okay. So anything else we need to talk about in PTO? Okay. So we have we have one. In the picture. So we're gonna do, the next thing is site council. Ms. Belinda is the chair or president of site council. Your consent? So, well, the one thing that we have on the agenda, that we really have to take care of, which we are in the process, is, the uniform, our standardized dress policy. And we are offering parents the opportunity to vote during, parent-teacher conferences. We even have an incentive on a little bingo card that they can turn into a prize. You can vote yes or no. What the site council can do with that yes or no, if it becomes a yes, then we can amend the uniform policy. Right? So I think that we should go forward, considering that it might be a yes, and then decide what's important, what we might want to amend about the policy in case we go ahead with it,
Right.
if anything.
Site council can make recommendations for amendment to the policy.
They can make recommendations for amendments to the policy.
If it is a yes.
So,
For example, I think it came from site council, I can't remember, that came from third, we not for adults. Is that site council? I didn't.
Yes.
But that was an amendment that we did as site council. So, and it was great. That was a great recommendation and we did that. And teachers appreciated that and K through third, or K through second, I think. K through second didn't have to have that. So there are things that we are truly, as a team, willing to look at that and see. So if it is a yes,
If
and
it
I
is a
looked
yes.
at the vote, there were several no's today, so we'll see.
and we have to have it has to hit a certain percentage of votes, but it seems like we will since we're doing it through, PTO. I mean, doing it through parent-teacher conferences.
Was the yes amendments or was yes with the uniform?
It's
Yes,
yes,
yes.
keep the uniform, and then
No, was no.
no is like, throw it out.
Okay.
No is like, psh, throw it between
I
us.
got it.
I have a question. And
I'll see if I can answer it.
do the teachers have to spend more time enforcing the standardized dress compared to enforcing regular school dress code? Is it more of a burden for them to do that?
I don't think it's any more. I think last year it may have been more because it was kind of new, the first one first started, but now it's a common thing. And can I say this, and you didn't, this is more my opinion, so the answer to your question is no, I don't think so. We have some systems put in place where kids know if they don't have a belt, they know exactly where to go to deal with that, and they know the consequences if they're supposed to have a belt, or the middle schoolers know that their shirt is supposed to be tucked in, they know what the consequences if they don't, and we don't get flack from the students about that for the most part. And now I'm giving you my opinion about uniforms, and not that it matters, but I worked at schools that had uniforms and schools that didn't have uniforms, schools that had uniforms and decided not to do uniforms. And I was very much against, not very much against, when I came here, it's like, oh, uniforms, oh, that's a hassle. But I haven't seen it be a hassle here. I've also gone to schools, just a couple of weeks, I was at White Elementary for an assembly, and it's interesting looking out, and the kids didn't have uniforms. And I thought to myself, oh, that is so much sharper than that. I like to look, that's just, I want to be the best. I want our kids to look the best. And so when people come in and they see that, there's a feel that it brings. And so I don't know what the vote will be, but as site council, we have the opportunity to make amendments. And if it's no, no it is.
Robotics teams want to competition in standardized dress.
Mhm.
And they will look a little bit sharper than all these guys, but I don't know.
And I
I don't
mean,
know what to expect really versus other teams.
Well, as a parent, I voted yes.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I liked the uniforms when we first did them, when they were in grade school. I hated it, hated the idea of it, but now that we've done it for 3 years now, it leaves the options closed more for what to wear to school. I don't think you spend as much money. So there was also a pros and cons sheet down there, and those were some of the pros. So I don't know what the vote will be, but as site council, we will have the opportunity to make amendments. And to answer your question,
We
no,
can make amendments or we can
or
recommend.
recommend.
And this will be for the following school year, right?
So do you have, do any of you have recommendations for amendments if it does go yes?
No belts.
No bells.
Yeah, I prefer my belt. I prefer no tucking.
No, everything. I mean, no, everything.
I think we should probably providing elementary and middle school to maybe hold middle school to a little higher standard.
So elementary, we would not have them do what? Elementary,
Make belts and tuck shirts and.
they do this no belt, no tuck.
No tucking?
No,
Oh, no, I think like having a belt and tucking is so, it makes them look so professional. And it's teaching them the professional way to dress. Like, you need to have your shirt tucked in, because like on some jobs, like if you're going to a corporate job there, you would not go to a job with your shirt just hanging out. Like you have a nice button-up shirt and you just have it hanging out. I just think it teaches them like to be professional and just to look nice, in my opinion.
As a parent and being low income, the belts are a very big problem.
I could go with the no belt, but the no tucking.
And then like, I think with us being site council and PTO, we could really reach out to like the DAVs and different organizations that could maybe provide belts. Or maybe that's something like doing enrollment. You don't have a belt, we're gonna provide you with the belt. So if that's something that we go for, we can provide the opportunity to have a belt.
And we did that some.
Yeah, we can do that again, just get it hard.
Available to students who couldn't afford belts, and belts would be something that we put in the Trailblazer store also, just like binders for middle school. They can now buy a binder or an ID if they use their focus buds for that, because I understand that. So maybe finding other ways to make it available to students and the parents don't have that.
So is that the problem that this goes to the students as well? What's the problem with belts? Because that is something I've heard across the board that's been one of the most common complaints is belts. So what's the problem with belts?
It's an extra step to remember. They don't keep up with them. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I know we're trying to teach them responsibility, but who's really being penalized for that? The parents or the children? Because then we have to buy belts every time they lose them.
On the flip side though, if they don't bring the belt, they have a consequence, because I really can see a decline on like if you don't have a belt, you get a lunch detention. You don't have that many kids. At the beginning of the year, we did have a huge list of kids who were free with no belt. But now we don't have that many kids because they want to have full recess. And they're going to keep up with their belt. They're going to keep up with the things that they need. Because like you said, we want to teach them responsibility. And if you can you need to keep up with your belt. And I tell the kids, leave it next to your backpack. Leave it with your uniform clothes. So we're trying to teach them responsibility. And so they said, well, I can't find my belt. They go home and look for it. They do something and they come with a belt the next day.
Sorry, if they didn't have a belt, they missed recess?
They have a lunch subscription.
Well, like all grades?
No, was it third to fifth? Or third to middle school?
I would really question the intelligence of taking their active time away over a belt.
It's kind of like you have your driver's license, and you get stopped and get a ticket for it.
But then they don't go outside and play, and they take advantage of it, and we have problems with that. That's important for them.
But we have second recess, so they get time, they get the time. Yeah. Yeah.
So only one recess is taken?
Yeah, it's
No,
not just one.
It's
It's
just
one
one,
recess.
yeah,
It's not both recesses, so they have two recesses.
Yeah, but the second recess is just on the iPad, so you pretty much have no time to go out and actually use your own.
If there's indoor.
If there's indoor.
If
If outdoor, then they go outside. Yeah. It's teachers' training. Okay. I must be in this class.
But it's one resource. What other problems do we have with belts? What about you guys? What do you say? What'd you say?
I don't really have a problem with that.
Well, what's the thought?
I have to deal with
Creativity.
Some of the kids I talked to, they said they like the belts because they can be expressive through the belts. You can be, like, if you want to wear a red belt, you can wear a red belt, like, you know, because you have to wear uniforms, and that's one thing that you have control over. If you want to wear a rainbow belt, you can wear a rainbow belt.
Well, even if they don't wear belts, they could still wear a belt, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they have to, they
Yeah.
have to wear a belt or they
That's a
have
good
belt.
point.
So they could still be creative.
Right.
We don't.
If they have kids that don't have a belt, they don't have a belt.
If we're allowing any color of belt, are we really teaching professionalism?
Yes, because you can wear any kind of belt.
I just feel like my boss would disagree.
It's company based.
Just like if you work on the
Fresh
you have
fresh
to wear a black bra, wear that uniform.
That should be
Maybe a black.
I didn't realize.
Cowboy
I
belts.
thought in the core policy it said what?
No, we're talking about amending.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So let them wear any color belt they want? They already can wear any color belt. The dress code
Does the
says-
policy say black or brown?
Yeah.
So we need to make that amendment.
Does it say black or brown? Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
Definitely does.
That,
I assumed that it did, but I don't know.
So any color, we should amend to any color belt.
Belt pass and then any color belt.
Right. Well, at least then they can control their belt and their shoes. So we definitely would say any color belt. So for sure of that. What else do we want to say? What else needs to be amended about the dress code? We would have to revise that belt thing because there is certain things on the belt that can be appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, there has to be a
Well, all of the things say like you can't have any like gang affiliation or, you know, like foul language. That's in like the basic dress code, like when we do free dress. So you never can wear those things. So I don't know what else would be on there that would be inappropriate, but I imagine it's something. It just says, so for belts, it just says belts should be worn if clothing has belt loops for grades third through 8th. I don't see anywhere on here that it says a color for belts.
It's static, so they must change.
They changed it.
Static.
It changed black or brown. Right, but it in the yeah, the parent handbook, it says just wear a belt. A belt if you have belt loops. So do you guys think that the belt and tucking, how, you guys said that about tucking, is that something that we want to amend? Some people said we should tuck and others said that we should not have to tuck.
I don't like tucking because sometimes the shirt isn't long enough to tuck.
And sometimes it's not.
It's not.
Right.
Okay. One gives us that it's uncomfortable, it gets stuck down tight, and then he pulls it up, and then it slips out the back. So it's something they're constantly messing with.
Bigger students have trouble with that. Well,
Yeah. Like, it doesn't something, even like tucking when you first
The uniform shirts ain't very long either.
So one of the things that some students had said about uniform shirts, like girls, that they are like uncomfortable with tucking because, you know, their bodies are changing, especially like our like fourth, fifth, through middle school. Bodies are changing. They feel like they're awkward. It's awkward to fit, like their pants fit awkwardly. Then they try to tuck the shirts, and then they have these shirts. Like a lot of times, women's shirts have that little V in it, and they're not very long, so it's like they weren't made to tuck in the first place. And so it makes it, you know, like bulky around their waist. And it comes untucked, and they just feel like they feel and look awkward.
so
Who gives
do you think an exception should be made for female students?
Oh, no.
What if we amended that if it hangs so far below their waist, then they have to tuck it? Because I do see if it's too long, it does look messier.
I think that would be a problem with teachers trying to
Enforce it.
determine that and monitor that, and that takes a late academic time. If you guys as site council want to recommend the amendment that there's no tucking, I see nothing wrong with it.
I'm not sure anyone's agreeing on that. I think we're spending more time talking about belts and tucking than we were on our PTO fundraiser. So
This uniforms are.
So belt and tucking are the only two.
And I just, I know I came late, but what I was a standardized dress, that if it has a belt loop, you have to have a belt. So that is BOE policy, not a board of parks policy.
Oh.
So you cannot eliminate the belt out of our published standardized dress, because that is required by BOE policy. But that's, because when you go in and you look at standardized dress for 259, and there is a board policy that is specific to standardized dress.
But they don't say you have to tuck, but they say you have to wear a belt if you have belt.
Correct.
I see.
Yeah, so you can't unfortunately eliminate. Now, what we choose to do grade level wise or things like that could be at an individual, you know, our level that we talk about, but published wise, sorry.
How did we get them then taken off of the paper in second grade? Oh.
Some other things that have been brought to me by parents is the affordability of uniforms. And one of the things that they would like is to have like more flexibility about the different types of bottoms that they can wear. If they could wear like black jean bottoms, like denim, I don't know. Is that something that they can do?
That you can't do that either.
I know that
Like jeans, denim, I don't think that is something
they will
we
let.
can do either. We just pull it up.
I know that a few years back, when my nephew attended Coleman, they were allowing the kids to wear black jeans. It might not have been official, but the kids wore black jeans. all black jeans.
I think kids put shoes down that was, khaki back then, I think. Been a while.
And one of the things is that, so they also have these, like at Walmart, they have a stretchy khaki denim. And really, if it didn't have those little brats on it, rivet.
It does say.
If it didn't have rivets on it, it would be no different than the ones that don't have rivets. And so, and they're like $5.92 as opposed to like $8 or $9 or $14. So they're so much more affordable.
You can also buy uniforms like Walmart.com and have better deals, like the patch shirts, 2 and a hat for $2.99 or
PTO, like selling it in Walmart, we would actually buy a whole bunch and sell them.
We could, if we did 5 for $5, then we could buy in bulk.
And then
So,
you can buy them.
and we could also do a really inexpensive, like school shirt, and sell it like at a really inexpensive rate, so that kids could go no collar. Because if we did no collar and no tucking, that depends on what we agree
We need to
to.
get some donors too, for t-shirts as well, and some hoodies, so that we can take care of the middle school problem.
And that's another thing, is that the kids have talked about not, the kids who don't have hoodies, since the only hoodies we can wear are school hoodies, that's an expense that some parents don't, they're not able to afford. Yes.
We have more options on the jackets that we can wear.
That's what you would like, to have more options about jackets.
Uh-huh.
Finding a jacket without a hood is a nightmare.
It is, or a zipper.
I didn't say that one.
Oh,
Yeah, that really was a pain, and I found that the sweaters that we got at Walmart that put the policy wore out
Yeah,
fast.
Yeah, that's what I think, yeah, they don't ask very long.
So, what if we had, like there are like navy blue hoodies, I've seen them at Walmart, zip hoodies and pullover hoodies, navy, even the royal blue and so forth, but the kids aren't allowed to wear hoodies unless they're, word parts.
They couldn't even wear the zip-up ones because they don't have hoods.
Right, because they have hoods. So,
Yeah, really the only, like, they just have like the one cheap option at Walmart off the shelf that's plain colored, no zipper, no hood, and that wore out after a handful of washings.
so like for more jackets, we would want what?
Something that has a zipper.
That
It could be zipper.
limited, or it's not limit, or it's
Full zippered and like.
with uniform colors, but it eliminates the hood and the zipper policy on the jacket.
You can have
And they could be, as long as they were uniform top color. I really feel like that
wear
will,
jackets whenever
where
when it's so cold.
you can wear jackets whenever you want it. Well,
Well, we do that.
but if we had this, I think it would make it so much easier for kids to be warm and wear jackets. And that has been like a major thing, is like those different honey colored jackets. Unless it says in the USD 259 policy.
Okay, I can tell you what the specific things that the 259 policy says, and you don't have to write it down, there's a
Okay.
lot. So, but we have to have at least 2 options for solid colors on the bottom and the top, which we do. There cannot be logos, pictures, or writing on your uniform shirts. The tops must cover the shoulders, upper chest, and must be long enough to cover skin at the waist. Schools may choose to disallow denim or t-shirts. The standardized dress regulations must be reasonable and allow for some latitude in fabric and style of tops and bottoms. And then belts shall be worn if bottoms contain belt loops. Clothing shall be sized correctly to fit the student. Tops authorized by the school reflecting in school's name or logo may be worn at the discretion of the school. And then it just comes up. Pre-days, just appropriate circumstances, but that's it. So those are your guidelines that we have to follow.
So this definitely, this fits, like these zippered or hooded jackets, as long as they're in uniform top color, that would be allowable. And the denim is allowable if the school decides that it's acceptable. Okay. So, how do you guys feel about the jeans, like allowing students to wear jean bottoms? If they are black or khaki? I don't know. I'm asking the.
We're just making suggestions and recommendations.
Correct.
This is,
Yeah.
this is not the final, right?
Right.
Right. I mean, if our goal is to look professional, blue jeans definitely should be out, but black or khaki should maybe be all right.
So black or khaki would be okay. And then does everyone think about the different types of sweat tops, the zippered and the hooded? Do you guys feel comfortable with that idea? Does anyone feel uncomfortable with it? Okay. And then, right. And then a possibility, so what about the tucking or no tucking? That is something that has been gone back and forth about.
No, I'm the non-tucking.
You're a non-tucking.
I'm non-tuck.
No. Speak for her.
Okay. So anything else about the uniform policy that?
Is there any regulation on socks?
No, there's not. Okay. So basically, that's what we wanted to talk about at site council. So if it turns out to be a yes, then these are our possible amendments, right? With the question about this, if we want to touch it. Yes.
Someone said something I overheard about other school uniforms, like team uniforms and stuff. There was a question about that, and I don't know if that's a site council matter or.
Yes, that is, we had talked with administration about that, and administration has a.
Are you talking about the cheerleading?
Uh-huh.
And the thing that I told Patrice is according to the articles and the bylaws of Fight Council, that is not something that we will discuss at Fight Council. If someone has something that they'd like to discuss about that, to bring it to administration, and we'll go that route. The objectives and according to the article, as far as what we will do here as Fight Council, is to identify, consider, and discuss educational problems and issues, provide information from school to the community and from community to school, to provide advice and counsel to the school in evaluating state, school, district, and school site performance goals and objectives, to recommend methods by which the school can meet these goals and objectives, and to provide ongoing support for the students and staff of the school. So that doesn't fall under any of those objectives of site council.
Can we picture you say that at every meeting?
I can make copies. I mean, we adopted these at our first meeting, so I will be glad to make copies and bring them. Yeah.
great idea.
I think we're wrapping it up here. Anybody?
Does anybody have anything else they need to want to talk about?
We got,
Oh,
because that's something we're gonna need to discuss, right?
Go down.
thank you. We have concluded our meeting and we will upload this. Yes.